Drake and DJ Akademiks' once-tight alliance is crumbling in the most dramatic way, revealing secrets, betrayals, and power plays. What went wrong between them? Who's really at fault? Stick around, share your thoughts, and subscribe for all the jaw-dropping details. At the heart of this unraveling story is the long-standing beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. For years, Drake has been the face of mainstream rap, and Kendrick has been the intellectual, the one who stays true to the roots of the genre. The rivalry between the two became infamous, not just for the music, but for the behind-the-scenes antics that were far darker than anyone imagined. Drake went to great lengths to maintain his dominance, even resorting to underhanded tactics to try and bring Kendrick down. One real-life example of this rivalry taking shape was Drake's response to Kendrick Lamar's 2013 verse on Control, where Kendrick called out a slew of top rappers, including Drake. Instead of addressing the challenge head-on, Drake took a more passive-aggressive route, dropping lines about Lamar's threats in his own music, subtly taking jabs without outright confrontation. This situation intensified when Drake seemingly distanced himself from Kendrick in interviews, refusing to acknowledge the potential of a friendly rivalry, which only fueled speculation about the animosity between them. This is where DJ Akademiks enters the picture. Akademiks, a well-known figure in hip-hop media, was once seen as Drake's biggest ally and loudest supporter. The two were practically inseparable, with Akademiks using his platform to push Drake's narrative at every turn. But, as the years have gone by, things have started to shift, and it's becoming clear that their relationship is on the verge of collapse. So, what went wrong? Why are these two who once seemed like the perfect team now at each other's throats? Well, the drama goes beyond just music. It's about control, manipulation, and a rapidly changing dynamic in the world of hip-hop media. Drake has always been known for having a tight grip on his image and the narratives surrounding him. He's used Akademiks and other media figures to help shape that image. However, things are starting to change, and now Akademiks finds himself on the outs, exposed for more than just being a mouthpiece for Drake's image. DJ Akademiks, once seen as Drake's loyal pawn, is now finding himself in a position where he's no longer under Drake's control. The fallout between the two began to surface when Akademiks, who had long been an advocate for Drake, started to publicly criticize him. Specifically, Akademiks took aim at Drake's recent moves, claiming that the rapper was coming off as desperate and insecure. This wasn't just a passing comment, it was a shift in the narrative. For the first time, Akademiks was questioning Drake's actions and even calling him out for his behavior, something fans never thought they'd see. In a particularly telling moment, Akademiks even mentioned how Drake had been acting out of character. "It's almost like he's trying too hard to prove something," Akademiks said during one of his Twitch streams. This statement caught the attention of fans who had previously believed that Drake's image was untouchable. Akademiks' comments didn't just echo his concerns about Drake's behavior, they signaled a larger shift in the media's relationship with the rapper. As more details emerged, it became clear that Akademiks was no longer playing the role of the supportive ally, and this had fans wondering, had Drake's public persona become a facade? What's even more interesting is how Drake has responded. While it's clear that Akademiks is trying to mend the broken relationship, Drake doesn't seem to be budging. Instead of showing any signs of reconciliation, Drake has distanced himself from Akademiks, leaving him out in the cold. And the irony of the situation? Akademiks, who once built his career on defending Drake, is now scrambling to make amends and salvage his reputation. A real-life case of such behavior can be seen in Drake's past fallout with his former close friend and fellow rapper, Pusha T. Pusha T publicly accused Drake of having a secret child, a bombshell that changed the entire public perception of the rapper. The way Drake handled the situation, via subtle disses and moving the goalposts, was almost identical to how he distanced himself from Akademiks. In both instances, Drake's response to betrayal was to go silent and not directly engage with the issue, leaving those around him exposed and confused. But what's really been exposed in all of this is how Drake manipulates those around him, especially in the media world. He used Akademiks as a puppet to amplify his own narrative, and now that the relationship has soured, it's become clear just how much power Drake held over him. This is a classic case of control. Drake used his influence to push a specific agenda, and when Akademiks started to question that, he was cast aside. The situation between the two is made even more complicated by the involvement of other hip-hop media figures. One such figure is Mal, another personality within the hip-hop media landscape, who seems to have insider information on Drake's activities. Recently, Mal made a shocking revelation about Drake potentially performing at the World Cup halftime show, a rumor that sent shockwaves through the internet. While this could just be a rumor, it's important to note that Mal has a close relationship with Drake, and his comments have added fuel to the fire in this already tense situation. This scenario mirrors the 2017 Grammy Awards, when an insider leak revealed that Drake had been planning a grand performance for the event. But in the final moments, Drake reportedly withdrew, leaving fans questioning if it was due to a rift with the Recording Academy or personal conflicts with other artists. Similar to his distancing from Akademiks, Drake's sudden changes in plans raised suspicions about his loyalty and true intentions. Now, let's not forget the broader implications of this fallout. The drama between Drake and Akademiks isn't just about their personal fallout, it's also about the larger power dynamics in the hip-hop industry. Akademiks' platform has always been a major player in the world of rap commentary, and his relationship with Drake gave him even more influence. But as the two fall out, it's becoming clear that Akademiks' power is diminishing, and with that, so is his relevance. He's no longer the go-to guy for Drake's narrative, and that's a blow to his career. For Drake, the whole situation is a double-edged sword. On one hand, he's managed to distance himself from someone who may have become a liability. On the other hand, he's exposed himself as a man who doesn't have much loyalty to the people who helped him get to the top. The public sees this as a betrayal, and it's making many fans question where Drake's true loyalty lies. Does he only care about people when they serve his purpose? And is he quick to dispose of them when they're no longer useful? A stark, real-life example of Drake's shifting alliances can be seen in his fallout with Meek Mill. After Meek Mill accused Drake of using ghostwriters, their feud became public, and Drake's response was swift. He released the infamous diss track Back to Back, which obliterated Meek Mill's career. However, once the dust settled, Drake and Meek Mill reconciled. But fans were left wondering, was it genuine? Or was it just a case of Drake using an opportunity to make peace for personal gain? This constant shifting of alliances has led many to question Drake's integrity in the industry. As the drama continues to unfold, it's clear that both Drake and Akademiks are in for some serious public scrutiny. The crime here is the betrayal of trust, not just between them, but also with their fan bases. Fans feel like they've been manipulated, and they're starting to turn against both of them. Akademiks, once a respected figure, is now seen as a puppet, and Drake, once a beloved icon, is now being exposed for his shady behavior. So what's next for both of them? For Drake, it seems like his ego is getting the best of him. He's continuing to push his narrative, even at the expense of his relationships. But this could backfire in the long run, as more and more people start to see him for who he really is. A man willing to throw anyone under the bus for the sake of his own success. As for Akademiks, he's in damage control mode, trying to win back the trust of both his audience and Drake. But the damage might already be done. The public is no longer buying the act, and Akademiks is going to have to work harder than ever to repair his reputation. The bottom line is that both Drake and DJ Akademiks have made some serious missteps. They've exposed themselves in ways they can't easily recover from. The fallout between the two is far from over, and it's only going to get messier from here. But one thing is for sure, their actions have set the stage for one of the most dramatic and suspense-filled sagas in the history of hip-hop. What do you think about the drama between Drake and DJ Akademiks? Do you think Akademiks can redeem himself, or is he done for good? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on all the latest gossip, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what happens next in this crazy saga.